Today on CityCast Philly, it's time for our monthly events guide. We'll be sharing some of the coolest places to go, restaurants to try, and free things to do in October. This month is packed with fall festivals, spooky movies, haunted houses, and so much more. It's Monday, September 30th. I'm Trinity Marie, and here's what Philly's talking about. Joining me today is CityCast producer Abby Fritz. Hey, Abby.
Good morning, Trinae.
Good morning. And our Hey Philly newsletter editor, Asha Prihar. Hey, Asha.
Hi, Trinae. I feel like I just heard a completely different side of you there.
What? What are you talking about? We're the team behind CityCast Philly, a daily local podcast helping you keep up with the news, feel more connected to Philly. And we have a daily newsletter too, Hey Philly. So make sure you sign up. There's a link in the show notes. So we're going to continue our tradition, our monthly events guide. Y'all, this is one of my favorite episodes that we get to do together because I get to learn so much more about Philly.
Yeah, I totally agree. I have to shout out Trinae here because I actually took one of your recommendations this past month and I went to Open Streets West Walnut.
Cool.
It was super fun. I loved the vibe. I happened to go the same day that there was like an art show happening in Rittenhouse Square. So it was like very activated. There were so many people out. I didn't actually like go in any of the shops or restaurants or anything. I just I walked around.
Oh, nice.
And it was just such fun vibes. Like it was great to see that area like so alive and car free.
And free.
Yes.
That was a free event. Okay, so before we get into our recommendations for the month, we have to talk about the one big Philly thing you gotta do this month. And it is going to the Halloween nights at Eastern State Penitentiary. Everybody knows about this because it's like super scary. But it's known as the Halloween Festival of Epic Proportions. According to the organizers, Halloween Nights features 5 thrilling haunted houses, plus historic tours, theme bars and lounges, live entertainment, and a whole lot more with the walls of a real abandoned 10-acre prison. Have you guys ever been to this event?
I haven't, no.
No.
I'm kind of immune to haunted houses. Like, they don't really scare me. I'm like,
Really?
I'm the person walking through like,
Wow.
please don't touch me. Like, that's my vibe. I'm not fun to bring to haunted houses.
I'm like so the opposite. Like the reason why I have not been to this is because it sounds absolutely terrifying. And I just can't handle that. Like the fact that it's in a real, actual, like former prison, that's just too much. Like I've been to like a haunted house or two, but nothing like that. You know, it's too much. It's too much.
Yeah, I'm a scaredy cat. But if you are interested in going, it's open now through November 9th. Tickets start at $39 and they do vary by night. So if you get the VIP ticket, you can actually get to go to the Speakeasy at Al Capone's cell. And you can also upgrade your experience to go to the Hospital Flashlight Tour. I'd encourage everyone to read their Why We Love Halloween page on their website, and you'll learn more about the history and educational efforts from the Eastern State Penitentiary. Okay, let's get into some activities happening in October. Asha, you go first.
Yeah. So I'm such a fall girly. So I
Same.
will definitely, I love this season. I will definitely be going leaf peeping. So Philly's leaves usually hit their peak colors around late October or so. So I'm sort of tentatively hoping to go on a little adventure then. But to make sure that everything's kind of on the right track in terms of, you know, when the trees are changing in different parts of the state, I will also have my eye on the weekly fall foliage reports that the Pennsylvania Department of Conservation and Natural Resources puts out. So if you subscribe to the Hey Philly newsletter, you may know that these reports come out every week on Thursdays, and they show the status of the autumn colors in every county in Pennsylvania from week to week.
Wow.
Yeah, I guess there are people whose job it is to track this sort of thing, which is kind of cool.
Great
How do you
job.
get that job? I
Yeah.
kind of want that. But as for where I'm going to go for this leaf peeping adventure, I'm actually not really sure yet. Last year, I rode SEPTA Regional Rail and trolleys around the Philly suburbs to get some good views, and that was super fun. So I might repeat something like that. I had a good time on the West Trenton line in particular. The colors were beautiful, like late October, early November. I also did, though, ask Hey Philly readers for their recommendations for the best places to see the colors, so I might tap into some of those. One reader, Kavya, recommended checking out Ridley Creek State Park in Delco, as well as Valley Forge National Park, Black Run Preserve in South Jersey, and Forbidden Drive in the Wissahickon.
Yes. Yes to the Forbidden Drive in the Wissahickon.
Yeah, I keep being like, I want to go to the Wissahickon. I want to go to the Wissahickon. And I still have never gone.
Oh my
So
gosh.
that's definitely on my list. And I feel like fall would be a wonderful time to go. Another Philly park that I've also not been to is Pennypack Park in Northeast Philly, which was recommended by a Hey Philly reader, Patty. And Patty also recommended going to Bowman's Hill Wildflower Preserve in Bucks County. And, I've looked at some of the pictures from some of these places and everything looks so pretty. So I am still super undecided on what to do. So if you guys do have recs of your own, definitely let me know because I will consider them.
You can also just go to Kelly Drive. I feel like now you can start to see the leaves are like turning from green to yellow. That's the time that they are right now. So I can't wait till they hit that red color. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, totally.
Cool. Might be time to hit the Schuylkill River Trail.
Yeah.
What are you up to this October, Abby?
Well, guys, what is like quintessential October Halloween? It's scary movies, right? Come on. Like that's what we're all doing this month. We all know it. So I was poking around to find some kind of classic horror films that I could see in a theater. I love the experience of going to a movie theater. I think it really adds. And some of these like old scary movies I've never seen like that big. So I wanted to find something. And I stumbled across Landmark Ritz 5's Retro Replay Wednesday Fright Nights. So literally exactly what I want. And all through October, this Old City movie theater is going to be airing old spooky movies. Like Texas Chainsaw Massacre is going to happen on the 2nd, so that's coming up soon. And Gremlins on the 23rd. That's just a few. They're doing it every week, so you got to check out their website to get the whole lineup. Also, tickets are discounted. So they're $10.50 on sites like Fandango. And if you're a loyalty member at Landmark, you're going to get a little discount. It's $6.25 for a ticket. And if you're a paid member, which it's like $20 a year for that, it's $5 a ticket. And the showings are at 7 p.m. every Wednesday of the month. So definitely check it out. And I'll give you my little like pro tip of like what I like to do after I go to that particular theater in Old City. I always go to Khyber Pass Pub, which is like right around the corner from the theater. And they recently announced their fall specials. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on a Wednesday and see a scary movie. And then I'm going to go to Khyber Pass and grab their sweet potato gnocchi and maybe a pumpkin cake. Yes, and of course beer. Yes, and they're open till 2 a.m. every day, and the food is served until 1 a.m., so you will definitely be able to see your movie and then also go get food.
Wow, you just made like a whole evening plan
Yes.
for all
You're
of us.
welcome.
I like that. Dinner and a movie.
So, Trinae, what have you got going on?
All right. We are in a Libra season. This is my birthday month, so I'm so excited about that. So besides enjoying some good food, I'm really looking forward to a fun activity like the whole week and weekend. So I found some Quizzo nights. I love Quizzo, even though sometimes I'm really bad at it. I just love it. I love learning new stuff and just being in the vibe. So there's actually a Quizzo night at Loco Pez at their graduate hospital location. So they host a Quizzo every Monday night with Johnny Good Times. There's $6 margaritas and $6 nacho specials. And sometimes at Loco Pez, I try to gatekeep this, but sometimes there are dollar taco nights. So you have to just like watch their Instagram page to find out when they're actually doing that.
Yeah.
It's like random. Like you can't predict it.
Yeah, and it's fun.
Whoa, that's fun.
Yeah. Okay. Another Quizzo night that happens on Wednesdays, and Wednesday is my actual birthday. Go down to Thirsty Dice in Fairmount. They also host a Quizzo night. We all went to that one.
Yeah.
It was super fun. Now, just be mindful that there is a $7 library pass per person, which actually gives you access to all the board games too, and you can play with your friends there. But what I'm really looking into is something called the Philadelphia Old Town Solve the Case Outdoor Escape Game.
Oh.
It's hosted by Questo. So according to this event, this is an interactive activity where you are guided by a mobile app through the city. So with the app, you have to follow directions and solve puzzles, riddles, and cryptic codes. So you get to visit popular and hidden places in the city, and you also like learn stories about them.
Ooh.
Doesn't that sound cool?
That does sound cool.
That's awesome.
And it like gets you out. You're running around. Yeah, I like it.
Yes. The best part is that the full price tickets are only under $9 per person. And I don't know what type of discount I got off of Eventbrite, but the final price of the ticket was like $5.
Nice. Okay.
So I'm really excited about that. Up next, we've got some food recommendations. All right, let's get into the food recs. So you may be seeing that a lot of bars and restaurants in the city are starting to change their decor and adding some Halloween flair. So I really want to go to Craftsman Row Saloon along Jewelers Row downtown. They are decked out for the Nightmare Before Christmas pop-up.
Oh, yeah.
Now, let's get into this menu, okay? These names are insane. Okay, let's start with the drinks. They've got this trick-or-treat martini, which is made from candy corn-infused vodka, butter shots, and candy corn.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I know candy corn is controversial, but I love it. So I don't know.
I freaking love it.
I love candy corn.
Honestly, what I like about it is the texture, which I feel like is an unpopular opinion.
Really?
So I don't know how I'd feel about like candy corn flavor, but without it actually being candy corn.
But they're going to have candy corn in it. So maybe there's a candy corn like on the side of the rim maybe. But then there's this like butter shot element. So
yeah, the butter shot, actually, I'm kind of in. Like, have you ever put butter in your coffee? Like, it's actually pretty good.
What?
Yeah.
No.
If you don't have like milk or a dairy, yeah, butter in your coffee is great. Try it.
Mind blown. Okay, see, I told you, I always learn new things in this episode. Okay, let's go to the food. Jack-o'-lantern guac and chips, haunted baked mac, a mummy stromboli.
Okay.
Cute.
And then there's also like their Beyond Burger. And then for dessert, right? Let's get into the Scary Movie Night, which it's a locally made cookie dough ice cream, chocolate, caramel sauce, popcorn, assorted fun-sized chocolate bars, body part candy, white chocolate skull, chocolate cookie crumble, and a keepsake popcorn box.
I'm sold.
That's for you, Abby.
Yeah, I'm going to go my Scary Movie Night, then get my Scary Movie Night dessert.
Asha, what's your food recommendation?
Yeah, so speaking of interesting food combinations, I'm really intrigued by this Scrapple and Apple festival that is happening at Reading Terminal Market.
I like the sound of that.
Scrapple and Apple. Yeah, of course, this is celebrating Pennsylvania delicacy, if you want to call it that. And also, apple season. This event is pay as you go, and it's happening inside the market from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's going to include some crafts and apple bobbing for kids, a golden apple treasure hunt that could win you a $50 gift card, performances from a bluegrass band, and the market's first ever Scrapple sculpting contest.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, wow.
Carving the Scrapple.
Yeah, one of the prizes for the winner is a Scrapple trophy, which raises a lot of questions for me. Like, is this a trophy made out of Scrapple? Like, is it Scrapple shaped as a trophy? Or is it a Scrapple shaped metal trophy? I don't know. I feel like I need to go so I can see them giving the winner this trophy.
Do you like Scrapple?
I have a confession to make, and, I grew up in sort of like Pennsylvania Dutch country, but I was never brave enough to try Scrapple. Really? So I still, to this day, have not tried it.
I can't do it.
Really? It's okay to me. I've had it a couple times. It's fine. It's interesting. It's giving like meatloaf vibes.
That I understand.
Yeah.
But yeah, this might be the place for you. So zeroing in on the actual like eating part of this, a bunch of merchants at Reading Terminal are going to be serving, according to the website, quote, small bites of Scrapple and Apple inspired creations. And I just want to share a handful of the menu items that stood out to me. There's a full list on Reading Terminal Market's website if you want to check it out. I promise as I keep going, this is going to get progressively more creative. So from Downtown Cheese, you can get some Applewood smoked cheddar cheese. From Flying Monkey Bakery, you can get some apple tiramisu.
Yeah.
Famous 4th Street Cookie Company is going to have apple and scrapple cookies.
Oh, interesting.
Fox and Son, which is the like corn dog place in the market, they're going to have scrapple hush puppies with apple butter dipping sauce.
Wow, that's intense.
Yeah. Butcher's Pantry is going to have a scrapple cheesesteak.
Whoa, that might be good though.
Add one to the alternative cheesesteak list from the episode that came out last week.
Gotta add scrapple.
Yeah, for sure.
And Sami Somi is going to have a mini cheese boat with crispy scrapple and apple slaw.
Okay, I love that cheese boat place. I've been a couple of times, so I'd try it just because I trust them. I'd do it.
Well, I think you need to go to this,
Okay.
Abby.
Yeah.
I think this has you written all over it, honestly.
Adventurous food. Yeah, you're right. You're right. This is very me coded.
This list is not even everything. Like I said, you can check it out on Reading Terminal Market's website. I'll be honest with you guys. Like I said, have not tried Scrapple yet. And like, will this be the day I start? Honestly, probably not, but maybe. I'm open to the idea. Maybe like, since they're saying these are supposed to be like small bites, like maybe this is the opportunity. I don't know.
Yeah, get a sample. Yeah.
I'm dragging you with me, Asha. You're coming. I'm picking you up.
I mean, I love apples, so I feel like I want to go for that. So maybe I'll get dragged into the Scrapple too. Abby, what are you eating this coming month?
Yeah, so I'm actually going to go to a food event that Trinae mentioned on the pod earlier this month, which is the new late night market for food trucks that's coming to Fishtown. It's opening on the 3rd, and it's going to be outside the Fillmore at 25 East Allen Street. They're going to be open Thursdays through Sundays, 9 p.m. to 4 a.m. So great for late night food. I'm always looking for something to do after I see a concert there. And I think this is a great excuse for me to finally go to Punchline. I've been to the Fillmore a couple of times now. I've never been to Punchline, which is a comedy venue right next to the Fillmore. It's been on my list for a while. So on the opening night of the truck market, comedian Felonious Monk, which like, great name. Fantastic. Has a 7:30 show. Tickets are $25 for general admission. There's a 2-drink minimum though, so keep that in mind. So I'm going to see the show, then I'm going to hit the food trucks after, get some food, and then there's also going to be a mural by Brad Carney who is being featured at the grand opening of this food truck market. So there's a lot to do over there. They're getting me out to Fishtown, which is a lot for a South Philly girl. So.
That sounds so good. We've got some recommendations for free things to do in October after the break. All right, last but not least, we have our free things to do this October season. I have to say, I'm really looking forward to the fall fun that's not scary. So you can check out Dilworth Park Maze Days. This is the public plaza just right outside of City Hall. Mm-hmm. It's getting transformed into a hay maze. So there will be a story time for the kiddos, a themed happy hour for the adults. There's going to be pumpkin carving, fresh apple cider making, and Philly Goat Project will make an appearance too.
Love that.
This goes down October 18th through the 27th. So for 10 days, you can check out the centercityphila.org page for more details on this event.
Awesome. That sounds like a ton of fun. I've got a little more of a niche rec. I've got a free rec for all my fermentation girlies. It's called Croctoberfest, which is hilarious if you know anything about fermentation. But it's going to be on October 12th from 11 a.m. to 12:30. And for those that don't know, much about fermentation. Fermentation refers to the process that makes things like sauerkraut and pickles, also kimchi. So this is a workshop with a local chef and educator, April McGregor, and she's going to break down kind of some of the nuances of fermentation and also why fall in particular has like a strong association with the food practice, which I think is really cool. This is a free event. It's taking place at Wick Historic House, Garden and Farm in Germantown, which I've also just been wanting to visit, especially after it was recommended on the pod by Nicole Jude in our episode about public gardens this month. So I think this is a great way for me to get some cool info about fermentation and check out some roses. So I think I'll probably go out for it. Asha, what have you got going on?
Yeah, so my Halloween rec is a free one. So on the night of Halloween, I found that it's pretty fun to check out Northern Liberty's Spooky Garden. This is a fun little neighborhood tradition in No Libs that's been going on for years and years, where a group of volunteers work together to deck out this community garden in the neighborhood with Halloween decorations, lights, mannequins, stuff like that. And they basically turn it into a low-budget, outdoor haunted house, haunted garden, whatever you want to call it. So it's family-friendly. It's spooky, but it's not scary. I'm not going to, I don't know, jump out of my socks or something like I would at Eastern State Penitentiary.
It's seasonal.
Yeah. So it's family-friendly. It's open to all ages. I went last year, and there were definitely lots of kids who were rolling through during trick-or-treat. But adults are also welcome to walk through and see the garden. And I think it's really fun to, take in this display and appreciate how neighbors come together to make this happen. As for exactly when it happens, the exact times haven't been announced yet, but I did reach out to the organizers, and they confirmed that it will be happening this year, and it's going to be open on the evening of Halloween, October 31st, as well as the night after on November 1st. So the schedule is going to be posted on their Facebook page, which you can find at facebook.com/spookygarden. Very simple URL. It is weather permitting, though. So you also want to keep an eye on the weather, keep an eye on the Facebook page, see if it gets canceled. The address is 1116 North 4th Street. So definitely check it out if you're in the area.
This is nice. I was also thinking, Halloween night and the weekend before Halloween, people get really dressed up. Like adults get dressed up and they go to the bars and the clubs. Yeah. I can't wait to see all these costumes. I remember last year we did an episode about Philly versions of Halloween costumes. Remember that?
I do. That was fun.
Any ideas of a Philly version costume you could have this year? Maybe I could go as a cheesesteak.
You could definitely go as a cheesesteak. You've had enough of them.
That would be, they say you are what you eat, so.
Yeah, totally. I mean, rip to the IKEA boat. I could go as the ghostly IKEA boat. Yeah.
You could.
That's a good one.
They should have transformed that into a haunted house.
For real. I would go on that.
That would have been scary.
Structurally, I'm a little nervous, but yeah, if they fixed it up,
right?
Yeah.
Structurally. I think these are good ideas.
Yes, these are good ideas.
All right, that was Abby Fritz and Asha Prihar. Thanks, y'all, for joining me on this October events guide.
Thanks for having us, Trinae. This was fun.
Yeah, thanks so much, guys. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. That's all for today here on City Cats Philly. If you enjoyed this episode about what to do in the city this fall season, tell a friend and make those reservations. Rate the show, leave us a review, and hit that subscribe button. Be sure to sign up for our morning newsletter, Hey Philly, to learn more about events happening every day this month and to learn more about what else Philly's talking about. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more news from around the city. Bye.